This episode of The Young Turks brought to you by Mog. They are the best web and mobile music service. Sign up for a 14-day free trial at mog.com/TYT. End of this.
Chuck Todd.
Mr. President, what do you say to Democrats who say you're rewarding Republican obstruction here? You yourself used in your opening statement they were unwilling to budge on this. A lot of progressive Democrats are saying they're unwilling to budge, and you're asking them to get off the fence and budge. Why should they be rewarding Republican obstruction?
Well, let me use a couple of analogies. I've said before that I felt that the middle class tax cuts were being held hostage to the high-end tax cuts. I think it's tempting not to negotiate with hostage takers unless the hostage gets harmed. Then people will question the wisdom of that strategy. In this case, the hostage was the American people, and I was not willing to see them get harmed. This is not an abstract political fight. This is not isolated here in Washington. There are people right now who, when their unemployment insurance runs out, will not be able to pay the bills. There are folks right now who are just barely making it on the paycheck that they've got, and when that paycheck gets smaller on January 1st, they're going to have to scramble to figure out, how am I going to pay all my bills? How am I going to keep on making the payments for my child's college tuition? What am I going to do exactly? Now, I could have enjoyed the battle with Republicans over the next month or two, because, as I said, the American people are on our side. This is not a situation in which I have failed to persuade the American people of the rightness of our position. I know the polls. The polls are on our side on this. We weren't operating from a position of political weakness with respect to public opinion. The problem is that Republicans feel that this is the single most important thing that they have to fight for as a party. And in light of that, it was going to be a protracted battle, and they would have a stronger position next year than they do currently.
No, this is damning, man. We elect a president to be tough, and that includes making tough decisions, not for the sake of toughness or appearances, but because you need to send the right message. I mean, look at the message he's sending. If you take hostages, I will never risk getting the hostages hurt. So I will give you whatever you want. God, I hope, and I feel terrible saying this, but it's true. I hope a foreign country doesn't take our hostages. I mean, what won't he give them? See, that's what's so tough about being president. Sometimes you got to be willing to say, hey, you know what? Maybe the hostages are going to get hurt, but we can't negotiate with hostage takers. We can't do it because it sets a bad precedent. Not because you're trying to be a tough guy, but because you don't want further hostages and you don't want getting more people hurt, right? Now, that's true in the real world with real hostages. It's also true in the political world here, because now the Republicans know every time they, threaten the well-being of any American people, they can get tax cuts for the rich, tax cuts for oil companies, whatever they want, Obama's going to give it to them. He just stated his position, which is always surrender if there's any threat to a hostage. That's a terrible position. And by the way, the Democrats, are you listening? That was a great question by Chuck Todd. If Barack Obama gives in to somebody who states their position and never wavers from it and says, I don't have a choice, those are the votes, well then Democrats, why don't you harden your position? If I'm a Democratic senator or congressman there, I go, okay, fine, lesson learned. You're never going to get my vote. Oh, you want this tax cut deal? We didn't pass it yet. And right now, the Democrats control the House and the Senate. No deal. No, I hardened my position. Okay, what are you going to do now? Sad day for you. I say no. And there's a lot of Democrats saying that right now. And I hope they learn from this. And I hope that they realize this president is never going to be on their side because they're being nice or they're being polite. He's only going to be on their side if you harden your position. And then he says, oh, I can't get their votes. No, I got to adjust my position. Casper, if you're looking to get music, what do you think you do?
I think I want to mog it up.
Totally. You know why? 10 million songs.
unlimited music as much as you want.
You could use it on your PC, you could use it on your iPhone, iPod Touch, Android, anywhere you go. They don't charge you a fee for a song, they don't give you ads, you can create your own playlist.
The best part is that they have excellent sound quality, so you know you have great CD sounding music available on the web.
14 free day trial, mog.com/TYT.
/.
Siktir.